on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at WWE Mattel Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition Eddie Guerrero. I want to send a huge thank you to my good buddy on Instagram, avid_figure_collector. Without you, dude, I would not have been able to score this set. You know, the Monday Night Wars line, Ultimates, Elites have not been fun to collect. They really haven't. The line is just getting started, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, that being Mattel, not Walmart. Steve from Mattel has worked very hard. He's really trying to be transparent with us. He's trying to get this to a point where pre-orders are fulfilled. They are easier to find in stores, and we did see that a little bit with Ultimate Edition Series 1, but once they were gone, they were gone. So if you didn't make the effort to go to your local stores and try to track them down, and I'm sure some of you guys even did make that effort and were unable to score them. It just sucks having to pay, the markup on the secondary market. I mean, these figures are already expensive. They're like $35 with tax. Even with the help of someone finding them at cost plus shipping, this was a $50 figure. I would really like to just walk into my store, find it on shelf, and call it a day and, pay the $35. But, time is money. I wanted to get this review for you guys. So, again, huge thank you to my good buddy, avid_figure_collector. Thank you again, dude. He actually did help me get Mankind as well, which will be another review coming up shortly. But Eddie Guerrero here in Series 2. We did get the Ultimate Edition Eddie in the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Edition, which was also a Walmart exclusive. Not a lot of people found that figure, but that figure had that jacked up, steroid, roided out torso. This, to me, is your perfect Eddie Guerrero. To me, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, those type of guys, I grew up watching them in WCW. I know Eddie and Rey have built a legacy with WWE, obviously probably longer and bigger than what they had in WCW. But this is just what I always remember watching. This was my kind of first look at, those type of characters. And Eddie Guerrero, to me, was always a WCW guy in my mind. That's where I watched a lot of his, prime performance, if you ask me. His in-ring work was great. Obviously, didn't get as much of an opportunity as he did with WWE. But this Ultimate figure is exactly what I'd want for my perfect Eddie Guerrero. Look at all the stuff that is included. This figure does feel ultimate just looking at it in the packaging here. You'll get 3 interchangeable heads. You get the Eddie Guerrero t-shirt. You get the championship belt here, the interchangeable hands. It just looks great. The packaging itself looks awesome for your, store exclusives. You'll have the red outlay here on the front versus the white. For the mainline Ultimate Edition figures, you will have your Ultimate Edition nameplate here on the front. Eddie Guerrero on the top also says Guerrero. Flipping over to the side, you will have your Eddie Guerrero nameplate. Flipping all the way around to the other side, you will see it does have the WCW logo up top. This attire technically is based on Nitro, February 9th, 1998. You also see the Eddie Guerrero image, but I want to speak to that because I know some people are saying this is like a Halloween Havoc Eddie Guerrero from when he took on Rey Mysterio. It's very similar attire, but from the story Mattel is telling, the attires for these figure waves have to be from either a Raw or a Nitro, and not including a WCW or WWE pay-per-view. So you will notice the dates here on all these boxes, whether it's the Elites or the Ultimates, that will be your cue to when he wore this attire. Take a look at the back. You get the figure photography here of Eddie Guerrero. You get the stats. If you guys want to take a look at the read-up and the image of Eddie here. Again, to me, this is what I remember Eddie Guerrero looking like. It's just kind of crazy we're getting this figure here with the correct torso size. This looks awesome. Let's crack this figure out of the packaging and look at the little Easter eggs on the inside of the box. On the top of the Ultimate Edition box here for Eddie Guerrero, it'll say Viva la Raza. And on the bottom here, it says Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler. So before we get to our Ultimate Eddie Guerrero, let's look at all the accessories that are included. So you will receive a bunch of interchangeable hands. You get a set of the fisted hands, as well as a set of the mic open holding hands, and a set of the open hands for him to do some kind of dynamic gesturing and with his posing ability here. Additionally, you will get this nice soft goods shirt. Let's take a quick little bit of a close-up on it. You will see it does say Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler. It is a kind of tank top design. There is Velcro on the back for you to get it on this figure. So it's kind of interesting where they go with some of the stretchy shirts, sometimes the Ultimates, and sometimes they go with the Velcro shirt. But the shirt does look really nice. You also will get the WCW Cruiserweight Championship belt. belt. I believe the Elite 100 Ray was the first to come with it. You will see the WCW side plates, as well as the WCW logo up there on the top. You also do get a 3 interchangeable heads, so you'll get more of like a yelling scan, more of a pissed off scan here, and also an open mouth scan. I think the middle one is probably my favorite, is what I'm going to go with my display, but you can see the nice mullet sculpt on all of these heads here. Definitely will swap all these on the figure itself to get a better look. So here is our Ultimate Eddie Guerrero out of the packaging, and he looks so damn good, man. You can see him with the soft goods shirt on, as well as the Cruiserweight Championship belt. I did throw on the yelling scan here for a little bit of expression, but everything does look pretty good on this figure. You can obviously see how the belt fits over the t-shirt, is removable. We did just take a look at that belt. We will remove the shirt as well, so you can get a better look at his actual ring attire and the torso choice for this figure. And without a doubt, I believe this is the AJ Styles torso, and this is perfect for Eddie. You will see he even does have the updated skin tone where he's not so tan. Eddie was not really that dark as depicted in some of the earlier Mattel Elite figures, but this looks so good. The head sits on there really good. I will say the head maybe looks just a tad too big in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. But you can see the split design on his tights here with the black and the gold. All the nice detailing just looks really good on the gold side here. You'll see on the boots as well. And this is actually a nice, accurate looking gold. Not so much like those Cody figures where the gold didn't really seem to match. They really did nail it with this figure. You can see the black side here on the back. Take a look also for the gold design behind the boots. Articulation, if you guys want to run through it, the head will fully rotate. The mullet kind of does get in the way. If you really want to put it all the way around, you definitely can. The arm fully rotates. You got the butterfly joints. You got the bicep cup, as well as the double jointed pinless elbows. Mine are a little stiff, so I want to heat them. I don't want to mess with that. He does have the long black wrist tape as well. He does have the diaphragm joint. You do get some waist articulation. Like I said, mine is a little stiff. This does move. I don't want to push it too much, but the waist will move. I will probably have to heat that as well. He does have the drop down hips. He does kick up about that much. He has the pin legs. If you guys do notice that, he does have the thigh cut, double jointed knees as well. Does have the boot cut. The foot does go up and down. There is toe articulation, and there is a little bit of ankle rocker. Again, if you guys want to see, he does do the full splits. I believe he is on ball joints, if you guys can't see that there. This is everything you'd probably want for an Ultimate WCW Eddie Guerrero. I want to swap all the heads and get a close-up to see how it looks on the Ultimate body. All right, so here's the yelling head scan that we just took a look at. Here is the gritting teeth head sculpt, and I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite, but I can definitely see where they were going with this expression. Really looks intense and like he's ready to go to battle. And lastly, we have the straight face scan. I feel like this is Eddie Guerrero right here in my hands. My personal opinion, this head sculpt looks spot on. Absolutely love it, and without a doubt, this is my favorite head sculpt that did come with this figure, and I'm going to be displaying it with this one. For your Mattel Eddie Guerrero comparison, starting from left to right, we have the Legends 8 figure. You can see the skin tone on some of the earlier ones are definitely a lot darker than this brand new Ultimate. We have the Hall of Fame Eddie, which I was kind of using as my WCW look. You can see the tights are similar, not exactly the same, but just to give you some different comparison shots, this is more of a WWE Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero versus the brand new Monday Night Wars Ultimate. We do have the Elite 95 here in the green trunks, obviously with a darker skin tone. There was a chase to that figure in the black here as well. Here we have the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate. I'm not even going to attempt to take the shirt off because it was a pain in the ass to get on, but you will see the size difference in the torso. I'm going to call it out and say that we see this figure re-released in the Mattel Ultimate Edition Greatest Hits line with this torso probably added on to replace it. That's my assumption. We will see that eventually down the road, maybe even a re-release with that rate, because this figure is not easy to find and a lot of people were just not happy with it, and this is obviously a very highly sought after look and era for Eddie. And lastly, we have the Hall of Champions. This is another WCW Eddie Guerrero. You can see probably another one that's the most accurate in his earlier WCW days, but a lot of great Eddies that we've received from Mattel. And we had to do it. Here is the Elite Halloween Havoc Rey Mysterio versus this Eddie Guerrero figure. You'll see this figure actually came with a WWE Cruiserweight Championship belt. If you guys want to get a comparison of how different these are, they are different obviously with the official WCW one, but I'm gonna go out there and say I would love to see this as an Ultimate to kind of pair with this Eddie, maybe from the Monday Night Wars line. That would be pretty awesome. This is my favorite Rey in my collection. Obviously this gear always stood out to me over the test of time, so it would be nice to kind of have that represented and re-released not just as an Elite but as an Ultimate. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this brand new Ultimate Edition Eddie Guerrero. And while you're at it, please turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. My personal take on this brand new Ultimate Edition Monday Night Wars Eddie Guerrero. My opinion, this is the best Eddie Guerrero ever made. This is the definitive, version in my mind. I'm happy to have it in my collection. They updated the skin tone so it doesn't have that kind of orangey tan that some of the older Elites and Ultimates had. He's got the correct torso. The black and gold gear is the one that everyone would want. You get the WCW Cruiserweight Championship belt, all the interchangeable heads. Love the look of this. This just screams WCW. And when I close my eyes and picture Eddie Guerrero, this is what I picture. So if you are fortunate enough to score this, I say 100% grab it. This is definitely worth adding your collection. Like I said, to me, this is the definitive and best Eddie Guerrero figure ever made by any toy company. I cannot highly recommend this figure enough. Again, this is a Walmart exclusive, so I hope you guys are able to get it. I know these went up for pre-order. Hopefully those do ship, and hopefully this series gets a little easier to kind of come by and add to your collection if you really do want it. Before you guys go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you so much for tuning in and your continued support. I'll catch you all on the next video review.